It's an amazing thing that happens when you lose someone that you love very dearly, like when I lost my wife Shirley. And she went into the presence of Jesus 4:05 a.m. on August the 18th. Totally unexpected. I was shocked by it. And then you start having to deal with the aftermath of that lostness, that loneliness, that anger. And then you start trying to deal with it. I'm a realist, and I've always looked at life and said, this is life, now what am I going to do with it? Only this time I don't know what to do with it. I know the 5 steps, or is it 6 steps, or someone said recently it's 12 steps in grieving and mourning. And I'm really not interested in those steps. I'm sure they must help some people, but they don't help me. And so I'm having to walk through this, trying to feel my way through it, sometimes on an hour-by-hour basis. And some days are worse than other days. Some days there are more tears than I could possibly imagine crying. And then there are other days when I get really angry. I'm not angry at God. I'm just angry with the decision not to heal her. And so I realize that I'm broken and I need to be fixed. And then I realize that as a realist, I'm never going to be fixed from this. This can't be fixed. There is no fix for the loss of a wife that you spent 58 years with, 58 wonderful years. A love story so pure and so true until when I would tell people about it, or she would, they'd kind of look at us like, yeah, can it be that good? Well, yeah, it was that good. That didn't mean we didn't challenge each other. That didn't mean we didn't get upset with each other. We had all those things, but we loved each other. And I was enough for her and she was enough for me. And quite frankly, if it were just the two of us, it wasn't, but if it were just the two of us, we met each other's needs. And I love that. And I don't have that anymore. And it hurts more than I can put into words. And so I pray. That's what I've always done. I go to God and I pray. When my heart has been broken, when I didn't have answers, when I didn't know which way to turn as a pastor, I ran to God, and I've never stopped running to Him, and I never will stop running to Him. But you see, God doesn't answer every time I pray. And right now, for whatever reason, it seems like God is silent. And I'm like wondering, why wouldn't you speak to me now? This is the greatest pain that I've ever experienced. And I need you. And I don't hear Him speaking. I have wonderful friends in ministry who've encouraged me and helped me, and hundreds, perhaps thousands of people have been praying for me every day. And I get cards and I get texts and I get emails, and people send me words from God for me. And I'm thankful for all of those things. And many of those are wonderful words. But I need His voice. And I'm going to press into His kingdom until He speaks to me about this. I'm going to deal with this with God on my knees through His Word, and I'm going to figure it out. Perhaps you're dealing with that kind of grief, that kind of loss, that kind of brokenness, that kind of anger. Join me on this journey of grieving. Perhaps I'll learn something that I can share with you that will help you. But let me encourage you today. I learned a long time ago, there's absolutely nothing that you can't pray through over. God really is the answer.